actually match up pretty nicely with the bones of the mud puppy skull. Because actually is this dermal armor that over evolutionary time migrated around the brain to form the roof of the cranium. And that's what's referred to as the dermatocranium. You look at the three subdivisions of the skull. So when we were looking at vertebra the other day, we didn't talk about one little feature of mud puppy vertebra. And that is that they have an extra process on the side. We have the diapophysis and parapophysis. Now, diapophysis is another way of saying transverse process, so they're equivalent terms. So this is the transverse process. This is an extra transverse process that they have. And the reason why they have that, you can see this as I tilt the vertebral column, is that their ribs are much more Y-shaped than our ribs are. They have what's called a bicipital, i.e. two-headed rib. We can get a better feel for that when we look at this alligator rib here. It shows that really nicely and larger. Here we have the head, capitulum, and the tuberculum. So their point of our attachment is a little different than what we see with mammals. Like with a mammal, you see the tubercle, or in this case tuberculum, attaching to the transverse process, or diapophysis. So tuberculum, diapophysis. The capitulum attaches to your second process here, the parapophysis. Okay, like PC, politically correct. So instead of attaching to the body like we see with a mammal, they attach to this extra process on the side. Now, mammals have a reduced bicipital rib. So we look at the big rib here of the dolphin. We have our head and a very reduced tubercle right here. Some of them, like the first rib of our deer here, actually shows the difference very nicely between the two subdivisions. All right? Now, with the mud puppy skull, there's a lot to see here, and it's all really tiny.